Israel Army denies indiscriminate fire in Gaza strike that killed 15 medics. An Israeli military investigation concluded Sunday that its troops did not use indiscriminate fire in an incident that killed 15 Gaza emergency service personnel, but acknowledged failures and announced plans to dismiss a field commander. The killings occurred in the southern Gaza Strip in the early hours of March 23, just days into a renewed Israeli offensive in the Hamas-ruled territory. They sparked international condemnation, including concern about possible war crimes from the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, Volker Turk. Israel insisted there were 6 militants in the ambulances that came under fire near the southern city of Rafah on that day. The troops did not engage in indiscriminate fire but remained alert to respond to real threats identified by them, the military said in a summary of the probe. The examination found no evidence to support claims of execution. Yunus al-Khatib, president of the Red Crescent in the Israeli-occupied West Bank, told journalists in Ramallah around 2 weeks ago that an autopsy of the victims' bodies revealed that all the martyrs were shot in the upper part of their bodies, with the intent to kill. The military acknowledged a failure on the part of its troops to fully report the incident, moving to dismiss the commander responsible. The examination identified several professional failures, breaches of orders, and a failure to fully report the incident, the Army said. It added that a deputy commander will be dismissed from his position due to his responsibilities as the field commander and for providing an incomplete and inaccurate report during the debrief. The probe also concluded that 6 of the victims were Hamas militants. 15 Palestinians were killed, 6 of whom were identified in a retrospective examination as Hamas terrorists, the military said. The IDF military regrets the harm caused to uninvolved civilians, the probe added. The incident occurred in the early hours when the emergency service providers were addressing distress calls from Palestinian residents near Rafah following an Israeli airstrike in the area, according to the Palestine Red Crescent Society. 8 Red Crescent staff members, 6 from the Gaza Civil Defense Rescue Agency and 1 employee of the UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees were killed in the incident, according to the UN humanitarian agency OCHA and Palestinian rescuers. Days after the incident, the Israeli military said its soldiers fired on terrorists approaching them in suspicious vehicles, with the spokesman later adding that the vehicles had their lights off. But a video recovered from the cell phone of one of the dead aid workers, released by the Red Crescent, appears to contradict the Israeli military's account. Swipe left for next video. The footage shows ambulances traveling with their headlights on and emergency lights flashing. The bodies of the killed men were found buried near the site of the shooting in the Tal al-Sultan area of Rafah City, in what OCHA described as a mass grave. Latest blogs.